You know what? You just have to be quiet. That's part of your damn problem. Excuse my language, but it's true. You have to just shut up. Because I bet you, you've interrupted me twice, and I can bet you when your mom's trying to explain something, and it may not come out as articulate as she may want it. She may not even fully understand the emotion that she's trying to explain to you. You probably don't shut up and listen.
This case starts off like a sitcom but spirals into something much heavier. Judge Simpson, who's seen just about everything, has to referee not just a legal dispute but a family meltdown. We're talking about a mother who wants her 22-year-old daughter and her daughter's child evicted from an apartment subsidized by Section 8. On paper, this is a landlord-tenant dispute, but in reality, it's an emotional tug-of-war, financial stress, clashing personalities, and unresolved family wounds playing out in front of a judge. This isn't just about rent money, it's about respect, control, and the breaking point in a mother-daughter relationship. The stakes are higher than they seem, because when housing vouchers and legal leases get involved, one wrong move can trigger homelessness or worse. Buckle up, because this hearing swings between raw emotion, legal explanation, and moments that feel like a reality show no one signed up for.
Lisa Anderson versus Larissa Anderson. This is going to be a minute.
Hello.
Hello. That's okay if they're backwards. Your name?
Larissa. Lisa.
All right. Okay, this is a termination case, and as I'm recalling, mother-daughter. Is that right? Okay. Is it your house, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm on the lease too. So we're both on the
Okay, are you renting this place from somewhere else?
Yes. It's an apartment.
Okay, so and ma'am, let me ask you this. I don't have a copy of the lease. Are you disputing that she's also on the lease to the apartment?
No, I just wanted her out for my well-being.
No, I hear you, but I've got to have a legal basis in which to do that. So you're both on the lease to the premises. Is that correct? So you would agree that Larissa,
Her
right?
name is on the lease, yes.
That both of
She's
you are
over
the,
18.
pardon?
Because she's over 18, yes, she had to be put on the lease. The Section 8 housing voucher is in my name. And they told me since she won't move out that I have to evict her.
This is where things get legally thorny. Section 8 housing vouchers come with strict rules. One tenant is the official voucher holder, and any lease violation can risk losing the subsidy entirely. The mother pays $374, and the voucher covers the rest. But because the daughter is over 18, she had to be added to the lease. That means the mother can't just kick her out. The law doesn't bend for family drama. It treats them as co-tenants. If mom pushes this eviction without legal grounds, she risks losing her voucher and potentially her home too. Judge Simpson immediately recognizes the trap. One wrong ruling could displace not one but 3 people: the mother, the daughter, and the grandchild. Viewers, what do you think? Should family ties weigh more heavily than strict lease obligations? Drop your thoughts below, because this tension between law and love is the heartbeat of this case.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right. So you've got a leasing agreement. There's a Section 8 voucher. What is the portion of... So how much do you pay?
I pay $374 a month.
And the voucher takes care of the rest of the rent.
Correct.
How much longer is the lease?
The lease ends in February.
And so of the 300 something dollars, who pays what? Do you pay that?
I pay everything. I pay the lights, I pay the water, I pay the rent. She just comes and goes as she pleases.
Okay, pardon?
I stay there. I live there. I buy household needs. I buy the soap, the laundry. I buy the needs for that.
Okay, I got you. But if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 22.
All right. So
A single mom with my kid.
I got you. Who also resides there?
Yes.
So what's your position on this termination? You don't think you should have to move? Or what?
I mean, she's my mother. We never like agreed on. It's just rent. She wants me to pay, and she wants me to get out. I don't understand why I need to get out. She's my mom. I mean, we've only had each other like for all of our life. And when my dad kicked us out, it was her and I homeless, like at a hotel and things like. And now she's trying to kick me out.
Here's where the courtroom shifts from cold legalese to raw emotion. The daughter frames her position not as a tenant, but as a child betrayed. Her testimony drags in their history of homelessness, her father's abandonment, and her mother's previous attempt to get guardianship of her son. She's not just fighting for housing, she's pleading for stability and acknowledgement. But Judge Simpson, who's heard every story under the sun, is listening carefully. Is this a heartfelt plea or just emotional leverage? This clash, legal structure versus emotional truth, is what makes family cases explosive in court. And notice her age, 22. Old enough to sign a lease, young enough to still appeal to, but I'm her daughter. Do you side with the mother, who feels abused and overburdened, or the daughter who frames it as survival? Imagine being Judge Simpson right now. Whose reality would you validate?
I don't know why she needs to do that if the lease is up in February and we both have to leave in like February and like right before the holidays and everything. Like, I don't know. First she tried to take guardianship of my son, and then I'm not dead or like running away. I'm not missing. I'm here taking care of my kid. So that's why my kid, and she got denied. And now she's trying to evict me because she didn't get lands. So it's just a whole situation, Your Honor.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You mentioned twice her being your mother.
I love her.
Pardon?
I love my mother, but I don't think the roles are, I don't know.
You don't think what?
Like, I don't think she loves me the way I love her.
Okay. A lot of powers come with this robe. I can't make people love each other.
Right.
So, or how they do it. But why do you want to kick your daughter and your grandchild out?
I'm not trying to kick my grandchild out. It's my daughter that needs to go.
Because I don't.
Okay, but whoa. But
I know technically it is.
that's a package deal.
I understand, but
So then my question is, why would you want to do that?
I honestly don't want to do that, but I need this because she's abusive towards me.
The word abusive changes the entire dynamic. In landlord-tenant court, judges deal with unpaid rent, lease violations, or property damage. But when abuse allegations enter the record, it shifts from eviction mechanics into safety concerns. The judge immediately highlights violence or threats are police matters, not issues for a housing dispute. Still, This accusation carries weight. It explains the mother's urgency. If true, it reframes her as not just frustrated, but fearful. But, if exaggerated, it could be a manipulation tactic to justify eviction. These are the high drama moments that keep viewers glued. Is this courtroom a place for truth, or just a battlefield for personal grudges? Think about it. If you were the judge, how do you balance one person's fear with another's right to housing? Type your answer in the comments, because cases like this show how the line between personal and legal is razor thin.
Okay. Larissa, you don't have a place to go with your child. Is that correct?
I mean, I really have to find a place, but I want to stay with my mom, and I'm not abusive towards her. She wakes up and
You
she
took
starts.
out my hand. You did
You
this
did
to me
that to
on
yourself.
No, you did it to me on Sunday,
I did
Larissa.
not do that to you.
All right. So if there's any type of violence or anything like that, then somebody needs to call the police, because that's not what I'm here to deal with. I'm here to deal with,
I understand, but she
Eviction.
just thinks that I'm married to keep my mom close.
she just thinks what?
She blames me for everything, and she doesn't think she's wrong. She doesn't.
She says she doesn't do anything wrong.
She just needs to go.
Ma'am, and I don't mean this flippantly, but it's just true. A 22-year-old daughter telling you that she doesn't do anything wrong is absolutely normal, even if they're doing the wrong thing.
I understand. I was 22 once.
I know. And you know that you may just be doing the silliest thing in the world. The adults, the real adults, are all looking at you, but they will swear up and down that what they're doing is the right thing. That's just the nature of a 22-year-old. So let me ask you this. If I were to make a determination that it's a joint tenancy, which it is, and so that you can't evict her, what are you going to do?
I already told her that.
Well, ma'am, did I ask you? All right. So that was a 22-year-old thing that just happened there. Do not talk. Do not talk. Do not talk.
Judge Simpson's patience is thinning, and this is the courtroom equivalent of a teacher catching a student whispering mid-lecture. He flat out calls it a 22-year-old thing, which lands with equal parts humor and sting. It's witty, but it also reveals his deeper frustration. The daughter can't stop interrupting, even while asking for leniency. This moment highlights why courtroom behavior matters. Judges don't just evaluate facts, they read credibility, respect, and demeanor. Every interruption chips away at how seriously your case is taken. For the audience, it's a teachable moment. Even if you're right on paper, acting immaturely can cost you in court. What do you think? Should a judge's patience influence the ruling? Or should the decision rest only on the lease and voucher rules? That's the razor's edge. Simpson is walking here, balancing the cold law with human behavior on full display.
What would you do?
I don't know.
Pardon?
I don't know what I would do. I guess I'm stuck with whatever your judgment is.
Yeah, you may be, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. What's your backup plan?
To find my own place and move out.
Okay, have you done that?
No, because
Because why?
the voucher's in my name. I'm stuck in this lease until the 18th. She has no way of paying it.
This is the mother's strongest legal card. The voucher is in her name and she's contractually responsible for the lease. If her daughter refuses to leave, the risk isn't just emotional, it's financial devastation. Judges know that Section 8 violations can result in permanent disqualification from the program. That means losing stable housing entirely, a nightmare for someone already stretched thin. But here's the problem. The daughter doesn't have a job and hasn't shown financial independence, so eviction doesn't solve the problem. It just shifts the crisis onto the streets. That's the legal and moral bind. Simpson is essentially weighing one woman's right to protect her lease against another woman's survival with a child. Viewers, if you were in Judge Simpson's shoes, do you protect the mother's voucher at all costs, or give the daughter leeway to stay until February?
She doesn't have a job.
Have you asked Section 8 about moving?
I had talked to them about it, but they said that I have to contact the landlord where we're living if they would let me out of the lease early. And no, I have not.
Did you
done that.
talk to them?
No, I have not.
Why not?
Because I asked them to help me evict her and they wouldn't help me do that. So I don't know.
What, Larissa, what did you want to say? What?
I don't remember. Oh.
That was 22 also. All right.
She wanted to work on things with us. She wanted our relationship to get better, and she wanted me to see her therapist. And I'm open to seeing her therapist, but I don't think he's like all there. But I'm like, whatever.
This moment shows the deeper breakdown, communication, and trust. The daughter casually dismisses therapy, hinting at skepticism and defiance. But for Judge Simpson, this raises a red flag. Therapy isn't about the therapist being perfect. It's about the willingness to engage, to compromise, to show effort. In family disputes, refusing even small gestures like attending counseling signals rigidity, and judges read that as immaturity. It's also telling the mother offers counseling as a bridge. The daughter treats it like a joke. This isn't just about eviction anymore. It's about whether either side is willing to grow. The judge doesn't need them to love each other, but he does need to see an ounce of problem solving. Think about it. If someone offered you counseling as a peace offering, would you take it just to show effort, even if you didn't believe in it?
Well, okay. Let me just tell you this, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to give you guys my decision today because I don't think you guys are ready for the decision. You haven't explored all of your options and what they do. You haven't explored necessarily all of your options, but you are going to figure out a way to make do, right? Now, I'm just going to tell you this, and maybe the two of you ought to think about some of these things I'm about to say. Larissa, you tell me you love your mother. Sometimes you have to meet them halfway. You have to have maybe a greater understanding of where they're coming from and whatever. Sometimes that can be, particularly for a young person, it can be grueling because you don't understand why they may be operating in the world that they're operating. But you just have to do it. And you have to go through time. And if you got to go talk to somebody to try to understand maybe what she's saying, that's what you got to do. Because guess what? In the end, you get one. That's all that you get. And young lady, while young people don't think that they think they got all the time in the world and can do all of those things, you get one, and if you blow it, there isn't another one to come along.
Judge Simpson delivers a gut punch reminder. You only get one mother, one daughter, one chance at these bonds. His robe gives him authority, but here he uses it to deliver life advice, not just legal rulings. This is where Simpson shines, not just as a judge, but as a mentor. He's telling them straight. Time doesn't refund broken relationships. What stands out is how he frames it from the child's perspective and from the grandchild's perspective. Lance gets one. That's the anchor point. This case isn't just mother versus daughter. It's about what example they're setting for a little boy caught in the middle. Family court is messy, but Simpson's message is timeless. Sometimes the law can't fix love, but it can at least force reflection. Audience, be honest. How many of you have ignored family relationships until it was too late?
Right? And from your side, your son's name is Lance. He gets one.
One, yeah.
That's it. Now, for you, and I don't mean to say this, and probably you're going to get in some trouble, but daughters are challenging. I will just tell you that. I've got one of each. Daughters are challenging. The boy was a lot easier for me. My daughter's 26. I still don't understand. I listen. But she's going to operate in her way. And when I tell her, you've got to meet your mom halfway or try to understand. You know what? You just have to be quiet. That's part of your damn problem. Excuse my language, but it's true. You have to just shut up. Because I bet you, you've interrupted me twice, and I can bet you when your mom's trying to explain something, and it may not come out as articulate as she may want it, she may not even fully understand the emotion that she's trying to explain to you, you probably don't shut up and listen. You ought to try that. It can be cathartic. If you love her like you have proclaimed here, you would do it. Ma'am, sometimes you just have to understand. That's a whole different generation than you probably grew up. Her whole thought process is just different. And you can see it just by what's happened in this courtroom. You have not once during this proceeding interrupted me at all in terms of what I'm saying. This one, it's been at least twice. You may not like it, but in some ways, that is what it is, at least at this point. You have to accept the fact that if you offer for ways for her to engage and she doesn't want to engage, while it hurts, you just have to let it go and you don't try to force it. Because if she doesn't understand that she doesn't get another mother, that's not your problem, that's hers.
This is Simpson at his bluntest. He strips away the excuses and basically says responsibility cuts both ways. If the daughter refuses to value her mother, the consequence is hers to carry, not the mother's burden to fix. It's harsh, but it's real. Judges often have to tell people truths they don't want to hear, and this is one of them. The underlying legal point here is just as sharp. Co-tenancy means neither can force the other out easily, so the only path forward is cooperation or external intervention. That's why Simpson urges counseling, compromise, and maturity. If they fail, the law leaves them stuck until the lease ends. For viewers, this is more than court drama, it's a mirror. How many conflicts drag on, not because there's no solution, but because pride blocks compromise? Would you swallow your pride to save a home, or fight until everyone loses?
You got me? And it sometimes I see it all the time. It can be one of the most painful things in the world because that person in front of you is at least half you, and you can't believe they're acting the way that they're acting. And it hurts. So what I might suggest, if your mother is offering that you go to counseling, whatever you think of that person, whatever, maybe you show the gesture to your mom and go. So here's what I'm going to do, ladies. I don't think this is going to be sorted out in any given period in time. but I'm going to give you at least a week to try to figure it out, act like grown-ups, and maybe the two of you, and I'll say it this harshly, maybe the two of you should stop being so selfish and think about that little guy, Lance, and think about that he's got these two women there that he's got to figure out what they are, and neither one of you are acting in an appropriate fashion for him. So I'll see you guys in a week, oh joy, at 2:00. Start acting like adults, figure it out, come back and tell me something. Wait, what?
Lance has school and I have to pick him up.
2:00, figure it out. Next Friday, 2:00, figure it out. Have a great weekend. Seriously, you're gonna walk ahead of your mom? Thank you for opening that door, because otherwise I was gonna have somebody come out there and snatch you up. You just, no, quit talking to me. Jeez, Pete. If my daughter did, that would not be a civil case.
The first two supermodel cases do not go through the services fund.
The first two.
And there it is. The ruling withheld, the gavel not yet slammed. Instead of eviction, Simpson gives them time 1 week to sort it out like adults. It's a rare move but strategic. By delaying judgment, he forces both mother and daughter to confront the consequences of inaction. For the mother, it's the risk of losing her voucher. For the daughter, it's the possibility of homelessness with her child. For both, it's a wake-up call that their personal feud is overshadowed by Lance's future. This case underscores why courtroom drama hits so hard. It's not just about laws, but about lives, families, and fragile relationships tested under pressure. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. The next case might be even wilder, and you won't want to miss it.